Welcome to the first in a series of videos aimed at helping you prepare for the ACT writing exam. Future videos will discuss the scoring rubric, some tips for managing your time during the exam, and some tips on how to help you organize your ACT essay. But for this first lesson, we're going to discuss some basic strategies to help you feel confident going into the writing exam. Okay, so more specifically in this video, we're going to first discuss exactly what the ACT writing test directions are, and we'll also give you a preview of what the structure of an ACT writing prompt actually looks like. We'll then move into a discussion of what are the hallmarks of a strong ACT essay, and give you a strategy so you know how to approach the essay prompt on the day of the exam. And finally, we'll give you a chance to actually apply the strategy to an actual ACT essay prompt. So you're going to absolutely want to make sure you have a pencil and piece of paper ready so that later on in the video you can pause the video and actually make an attempt at preparing an ACT essay. All right, so first of all, let's take a quick look at the actual directions for an ACT writing exam. You don't have to read all of the details. You can pause the video and do that if you'd like, but I just wanted to highlight a couple of things. First of all, you'll see that you have exactly 40 minutes to read the prompt and to prepare your essay. Okay. Once you open the test booklet, you're going to find both lined paper and unlined paper, and it's important to remember that the examiner is only going to look at the lined paper for determining your ACT score. The unlined paper is there for you to do some brainstorming and to hash some things out, but the examiner only looks at the lined paper. So you can see from the directions here that they expect you to clearly state your own opinion on the essay prompt. Okay. They expect you to develop and support your ideas clearly with specific examples. And they expect the essay to be clearly and logically laid out. All right, it has to be a nice, coherent essay. So those are the overall directions. Now, once you're allowed to actually open the test booklet, what you're going to see is the writing prompt is going to be laid out in the following manner. So at the top of the page, you're going to be given a title and a paragraph introducing some controversial topic. And then underneath that, you're going to be given 3 perspectives on the controversial topic. Normally, one strongly agrees with the topic, one usually strongly disagrees with the matter at hand, and the third one usually is some moderate position that either moderately agrees or disagrees with whatever topic has been presented. And your job is to develop and present a clear opinion. Okay, you have to develop your own opinion and then clearly present it and defend it. And there is no right or wrong answer as far as what your opinion is. The examiner will not take off points if you've picked a position contrary to what they think. The most important thing is that whatever position you pick, and it may be one of the 3 presented, or it could be one slightly different from that, but whatever position you choose to take, you have to make sure it's clearly defended in the body of the essay. All right, so we're going to now take a quick look at what makes a strong, persuasive essay. All right, which of course is what the ACT essay is asking you to do. So first of all, you have to make sure you clearly state your opinion. You pick a position and it's clearly stated. You also then have to analyze and evaluate the perspectives that they have also presented in the essay prompt. All right. Usually your perspective will agree with one of the perspectives that's been given and then disagree with one or both of the others, and you want to address those in your ACT essay. It's also critical that you include specific examples to support your position. And finally, you also want to make sure your essay is well organized, which means that you absolutely have to have a very clear thesis statement that states your opinion. And each of your body paragraphs should have topic sentences and transitions between the paragraphs. Okay, so now that we've reviewed some of the points that you're going to want to make sure that you keep in mind when you write your essay, we're going to look at a strategy for how to approach the writing prompt so that you don't panic on the day of the exam. So what I would recommend is when you open the test booklet, you're going to read the title and the paragraph introducing the controversial topic. And then you want to stop. I know you're going to be tempted to immediately start reading the perspectives that they've given, but you want to stop before you do that and identify the specific question that you're being asked to address in the introductory paragraph. There's a lot of information usually in there, and it's very easy to end up going off on a tangent. So you want to make sure that you clearly identify what is the controversial topic that you're being asked to address. Okay? And then quickly take a few minutes and generate your own opinion. Give yourself a little bit of space to think about the question at hand and come up with your own ideas. Once you've done that, you can now go on and read the 3 perspectives that they've presented in the writing prompt. All right. And you're going to initially just read the 3 views and decide if one of those happens to align with your initial opinion. Or maybe you like one of their perspectives better. You can certainly do that, but now's the time to make a decision. What direction do you want your essay to take? Okay? And again, the reviewer is not going to care what position you take so long as you defend your position. All right? So read the 3 views, see if one of them aligns with your idea, and if not, you might want to change your opinion. Okay? And now you're going to go back and evaluate each individual view with the following questions in mind. First of all, does it agree or disagree with your position? What are the individual strengths and weaknesses of the perspective that's been given? You're also going to see what assumptions are made in the view that's given. And are they valid? Are there weaknesses in them? Okay. What does the individual perspective fail to consider? Maybe they've left something out. And most importantly, you want to find detailed, concrete examples that either support the view or are counter to it. Okay? You want to relate the abstract ideas that are given in the perspective to very specific examples. All right? And once you've done that for each of the 3 views, you're now in a position to write your thesis statement and the topic sentences for your body paragraphs. So this gives you a general strategy, but this has all been rather abstract so far. So let's look at an actual example. So let me give you a sample writing prompt. And at this point, you're going to want to make sure you have pencil and paper ready. All right. What I want you to do is read the writing prompt and then pause the video and identify the specific question that's being asked in the writing prompt. And quickly jot down some of your own ideas as far as what you think of the topic at hand. All right, now that you've had a chance to look at the reading prompt, I'm going to show you the 3 perspectives that were given with this particular prompt. What I want you to do is read the 3 views and see if one of them aligns with your initial opinion. And perhaps consider whether you'd like to change your opinion. Maybe you think one of the other positions that's presented is something that would be easier to defend. Don't worry about evaluating the details of each perspective yet. Just decide what your overall point of view will be. Go ahead and pause the video and take a look at these. Okay, so by now you should know what perspective you're going to take for your persuasive essay and what position you want to defend. Maybe one of the three shown here or one of your own. So now we're going to go back and analyze each of these given perspectives in depth. In the next 3 slides, I'm going to present one perspective and the list of questions that you want to evaluate the perspective, or you want to use to evaluate the perspective. Pause at the end of each slide and jot down your answers to as many of the 5 questions as you possibly can. And now here's perspective 2. And finally, here's perspective 3. All right, so now you should have answered as many of the 5 questions for each of the 3 perspectives as you possibly could. It's entirely possible that you didn't address all 5 questions on every perspective, but you should certainly at this point have enough ideas on the paper to be able to write your essay. So now you're almost ready to write. But before you dive in and start writing your essay, you want to take a moment to mentally clarify your position. All right? Take a minute to organize your body paragraphs, decide what point you're going to put first. Maybe you want to discuss the paragraphs all in order, all of the perspectives rather, all in order as they were presented on the exam. Perhaps there's some other order that would make more sense. And we'll discuss some options for that in a future video. All right. I would also take a minute to write topic sentences, or at least a rough draft of a topic sentence for each of your supporting body paragraphs. And then finally, write a thesis statement. And once you've done all of that, you're ready to write your essay. You're going to want to make sure that your essay includes that nice, clear thesis statement that you've written. And you're going to have nice, clear topic sentences for each body paragraph. Your body paragraphs should include an analysis of each of the perspectives given with the original prompt. And you're going to want to provide concrete examples that support your position, as well as detailed concrete examples that point to weaknesses in any of the counter-arguments that are presented in the initial prompt. And finally, you're going to want to make sure you leave yourself a few minutes at the end of your writing time to actually write a conclusion. This is going to be your last opportunity to make an impression on your examiners, so you want to make sure you've included a conclusion. It should summarize all of your arguments and restate your thesis, review the reasons for your position, and if possible, refer back to the introduction to tie your essay together. And that brings us to the end of this lesson on how to approach the ACT writing prompt. I hope you found it helpful. Please make sure you check out the website. The link will be in the comments section below so that you can find the other lessons in this series. The next lesson will be a discussion showing you how I approached this particular writing prompt. There will be also other lessons on the ACT scoring rubric and a few tips for how to manage your time. I hope you found the video helpful, and I wish you all the best on your ACT exam.